On March 8th, I stopped by the first annual TOHS car show in Thousand Oaks, an event put together to support the Thousand Oaks High School wrestling boosters. I'm NikkiPursuit, and I got there early while cars were still rolling in and filling up the lot. From classic builds to custom rides, the morning slowly turned into a full show as enthusiasts and local car clubs gathered for a good cause. I hung out through the start of the day and into the top of the afternoon, watching the show come together as more cars arrived and the crowd grew. One of the vehicles that stood out at the Thousand Oaks car show was a classic early 1960s Chevrolet Suburban Carryall, specifically from around the 1963 to 1964 model years. This generation was part of the fifth generation of Suburbans produced between 1960 and 1966. At the time, these vehicles were marketed as true all-purpose transportation, capable of hauling equipment, carrying passengers, and handling long distances comfortably. Under the hood, many of these Suburbans came with engine options like a 230 cubic inch inline six-cylinder or a 305 cubic inch V6, giving them solid reliability for work and travel during the era. What makes this vehicle even more interesting is that its modern counterpart still exists today. The Chevrolet Suburban remains in production and is actually considered the longest-running automobile nameplate in the world, dating all the way back to 1935. While the 1960s Suburban was more of a rugged utility wagon, the modern Suburban has evolved into a full-size SUV, offering far more power, advanced safety technology, luxury interiors, and massive cargo capacity. Vehicles like the GMC Yukon XL, Ford Expedition Max, and Nissan Armada now compete in the same class. Looking for hidden treasures, vintage finds, or unique items you won't see anywhere else? Then mark your calendar for Junk in the Trunk. On Saturday, April 25th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., head over to the Rancho Santa Susana Community Center parking lot in Simi Valley for a community swap meet style event featuring over 46 local vendors selling everything from collectibles to household treasures. Best part? Admission is completely free. Bring your friends, bring your family, and don't forget cash, because many vendors are cash only. You never know what you'll find at Junk in the Trunk. Your next favorite treasure might be waiting. 5005C Los Angeles Avenue, Simi Valley, hosted by the Rancho Simi Recreation and Park District. Another thing that caught my eye at the show was the number of Volkswagen Beetles that rolled in. The Beetle has one of the most recognizable shapes in automotive history. Originally designed in the 1930s by Ferdinand Porsche as an affordable people's car, the rear-engine air-cooled design would go on to become a global icon. Production of the Beetles spanned an incredible 65 years, from 1938 all the way to 2003, with more than 21 million units built worldwide. After World War II, the Volkswagen factory was revived under British supervision, which helped save the company and allowed the Beetle to grow into one of the most successful cars ever made. By the 1960s and 70s, the Beetle had become a symbol of counterculture, helped in part by Volkswagen's famous Think Small advertising campaign. Its simple engineering, reliability, and unmistakable design made it beloved around the world. While the Beetle itself eventually ended production, its spirit still lives on in a few modern cars, like the Mini Cooper and Fiat 500 capture a similar sense of personality and compact charm, while practical modern daily drivers like the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla carry on the idea of being simple, reliable transportation for the masses. Hey y'all, Moore Park, are you ready to dance? Join the fun at the Country Dance Shindig on Friday, March 13th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Enegren Brewing Company. Kick up your boots with line dance lessons from Country Rose dancers at 6:30 and 7:30. Enjoy great tunes and grab some of Enegren's amazing craft beers while you dance the night away. This 21 and over event is just $10 cash at the door, so bring your friends and your dancing boots. Enegren Brewing Company, 444, Zachary Street, Suite 120, Moore Park. Get ready for fun for all skill levels, great music, and a night full of country dancing. Country Dance Shindig. Put on your boots and join the fun. At one point during the show, I definitely needed a little pick-me-up. So I stepped away for a moment and walked across the street to the closest coffee spot around, Starbucks. Not sponsored or anything, just the quickest option nearby to grab some caffeine before heading back over to the car show and continuing the day. Calling all Mopar fans and car lovers. Get ready for Spring Fling 38, happening April 18th and 19th, a massive 2-day celebration of Chrysler performance and classic Mopar culture. Hosted by Chrysler Performance West, this legendary Southern California event brings together hundreds of classic and modern Mopar vehicles, swap meet vendors, manufacturer displays, and some of the coolest muscle cars around. Whether you drive a Charger, Challenger, Roadrunner, Barracuda, or just love horsepower, this is the place to be. Come walk the show field, hunt for rare parts, meet fellow enthusiasts, and celebrate Mopar history. So fire up those engines and join the Mopar community for Spring Fling 38 this April. One of the fun things you start to notice when walking through a car show is how many owners add unique personal touches to their vehicles. Whether it's custom tails, oversized fins, tiki-themed decorations, or small accessories, these details are all about expressing personality and turning a mass-produced car into something truly one of a kind. Some of these ideas actually come from earlier eras of automotive design. For example, the dramatic tail fins seen on many 1950s cars were inspired by fighter jets like the Lockheed P-38 Lightning, reflecting the excitement of the post-war jet age, when everything was about speed, technology, and the future. Other decorations come from different cultural influences. Tiki-themed accessories, for example, grew out of the mid-century fascination with Polynesian-inspired culture, blending with surf, hot rod, and rockabilly scenes. Some people even see tiki symbols as a form of good luck or protection. Then there are smaller traditions, like fuzzy dice hanging from the mirror, which trace back to World War II pilots who carried lucky charms during missions. Over time, details like these became part of car culture, little ways for owners to give their vehicles character, humor, and identity. Simi Valley. Are you ready to boot, scoot and boogie? Join us for the Roundup Country Music Festival, happening Saturday, April 18th at Rancho Santa Susana Community Park. Enjoy a full day of live country music, dancing, food vendors and family fun. Hit the largest dance floor yet, learn line dancing from the Ventucky Stompers, and explore vendors, a silent auction and a free kids fun zone. Grab a drink from Sassy's Saloon, enjoy beer and wine, and celebrate country music with the community. Hosted by the Kiwanis Club of Simi Valley, this event helps support local charities and students in need. So grab your boots, bring your friends, and get ready for one unforgettable day of music and fun.